So let me just reiterate. So what I'm saying is, I want the armbar. The main thing that I'm going for is the armbar. And what the armbar will do, the armbar will give me the choke. So once I'm here, think about it, is I put my weight on my elbow, it doesn't change anything. So I lift his head up and I put it in. That's what I'm after. And that's, so I'm kind of going, so he can't bridge anymore, my weight's here. So that, yeah, that, I'm just keeping that pressure. So he's going to go, I don't want to be here. Switch. And now I'm in such a good position. The elbow's caught, he can't bring the elbow back. My weight's forward. If I want to, I keep my hand out and I start leaning forward and I start putting pressure. So he's going to go like I need, thank you. He's going to give me exactly what I want. So one of your assets that is, status great. One of the assets that's underrated is your natural body weight. How can I put my body weight onto a certain area of the body to get him to react how I want him to react? And the downfall that I see when people start doing the cross culture, like I said, is people go here and they go, I'll choke. And this is what he wants. So anytime I'm going, if he bridges, I kind of like, oh, and I'm off center. I'm in such a bad position. Where if I go bicep curl, bicep curl, bicep curl, boom, that, here, and here, this. So I've got the armbar, I've got the choke, I've got the triangle, everything's set up nicely. So first thing, I always bait. So he has to defend it. Thank you. Spider web. Not here. Spider web. So if he tries to sit up, I've got the pressure on his head. If he tries to roll away, spider web. 1, 2, 3. Feel the difference on that? Pull the head up. So the two things that I'm seeing that I'm going to fix up just before we move over is your attack angle needs to be a little bit more precise. I'll explain the attack angle. Secondly is I want to cook them. I'm not in a rush to finish this. Once I'm on the mount position and once I've got that in, I very rarely rush my submissions from here. I'm going to wait till you kind of react and then I'll take what you're giving me instead of trying to force something that gives you the opportunity to counterattack. So I'll keep my weight in, keep pushing until you eventually kind of go, I'm out of here, and I'll use that motion to attack you. I'll take what you're giving me. Travis, onto your back, please. So the attack angle. Can I have your head facing that way, please? So when I first started to do this took me a little while to get the hang of as well. And I always found that once I got to mount, I got rolled off quite a fair bit being a small guy. So the majority of my jiu-jitsu was working out how to keep my mount, how to be heavy on mount. Once I've got that, then it was how to attack mount. And after that was how do I keep mount and attack mount and put him in a position where he gives me what I want. So I'm giving you like 12 years worth of training in a half-hour class. But the important things is, so I go bicep curl, elbow comes down from here. The part that I'm saying is watch what this knee does. Here. I take my knee as close to my hand as I can, and that will turn it. See where it's past the head. So the arms are, and I can simply take the Kimura from here. So he'll generally bring the arm in. So as he brings the arm in, that gives me the options to start to really consolidate the position now. How's that feel?
Not very comfortable.
Okay. I like to take this arm, just bring both arms in now. And just sit.
Because you have his arm trapped in the thigh, you're not concerned about the angle of the shoulders being vertical.
No. So from here, judo chop. Straight. He'll start to defend it. Take it. Here. Notice my left hand's still in. He starts to pull his hand out, back. And I'm not losing the whole time. I'm just on that top position. So the part that I said, the angle that I'm seeing you guys is your short distancing your right knee. How'd that feel?
Yeah, good.
Comfortable, right?
Well.
So pull, 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 boom, here. So this is a part where I kind of go, oh, here, and I'll go, whoop. So that one motion turns me to bring my foot in. So now I'm super heavy, but I'm still tensioning. I like to pick up this arm and just bring it in. So he's kind of like going, I don't know which arm, don't know which arm. So as he pulls the arm out, start my attack. Defend it. Sorry, your fingers okay? Sorry. Keep the tension. Step over. Spider web. He starts to wriggle towards me. Judo chop. Open your leg up. Let him come up. Just finish it. He can't defend the choke because the arm's across the body on the wrong side. So when he comes up, the arm that he needs to defend the choke's across the body, I can hit the arm bar off that as well. So change partners, guys. We're going to keep that right knee up towards the head this time. 1, 2, 3. And when we get to mount position, sometimes the collar's too tight to get my hand in. So I'm going to go to plan B, which is what I call a rapid armbar, R-A-P-I-D, not rapid armbar, rapid armbar. But the way that I set this up isn't done from my mount position. It's done from my guard, my full guard. And one of the things I like to do is, once I have my closed guard, is I like to set my mount submissions up from my full guard. Just go, Michael. And this is, one of those things which is your game plan. So for me, when I compete, there's the two major positions I'm always going to go to, which is closed guard or mount. They're my two majors. That's all. As long as I've got a path to go to closed guard or mount, I'm in the game plan. So I need to know from half guard, side control, and near ride how to get to mount or guard. That's it. What's your plan, Adam? Get guard or mount, and then everything else from there is just jam. So from here, go fishing, open up, nice and deep tension. So exactly the same thing. Pull and elbow comes in, which means that he can't defend the choke with this hand. He'll naturally defend the hand with, got it. Does that make sense? Hold the elbow, hip escape, punch him in the stomach, pull forward. My hand's already in. It's already super deep. This is the part that I was saying I have issues with is my weight's going forward. So anytime I go to do the choke from now, it's bridge and roll city. So I go post, bicep curl, turn, in, Kimura. It's just on, right? So now, as I go for the Kimura, he's going to bring his arm back in. I'm like, cool, thank you. Choke, switch, spider web. It's on, but you can't even get your arm out to tap. You know what I mean? Like, it's on so deep. So the setup is done from the full guard. It's not done from the mount. But so I want to have this plan where I get full guard. Where am I going to go to? Mount. What am I going to do for mount? Choke the bejesus out of him or armbar him. If my partner, I'm on the mount position, for some reason I've lost my collar grip, I don't hunt the collar straight. I play this silly game. It's called a rapid armbar. We have to go this in slow motion. No, you're okay. So from here, I get to mount and he's doing really good defense. Can you cross your hands that way? Okay. So we're here. And I'm like, I don't want to commit to here and get bridge and rolled. So I grab this. In one motion I'm going to pull the hand away like a Kimura. He defends it. And the armbar. So that's pretty much slow motion. So I go, boom. He goes, no way, boom. And the armbar's super tight. So for me, that's my mounted armbar. I hit that mounted armbar. I get screams. Like no one goes, so it's a super fast armbar. Travis, he's on his back. So here, and he's doing great jiu-jitsu. He's got a great coach. So I'm like, I don't want to commit over and get bridge. I don't want my base compromised. So I'm here. Okay, boom. 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 Here. So it's this first one here. And he goes, no. So boom. And the armbar's super tight. Like I said, most people don't get a chance to tap. So I'm pretty fast. 1, 2, 3. Rapid armbar, guys. How'd that feel? Rapid? Yeah. Okay. Don't complete the armbar that don't have time to tap. Do not complete the armbar that don't have time to tap. Grab Phil, please. Onto your back. So what I want to do is I want to put as much weight onto my partner's hand as I possibly can to free my ability to move my knees and my feet. I want to put as much weight as I can onto my partner's hand or arm so that I can free my feet and my knees to move. So standard mount, I'm going to go slow. Okay. standing mountain is doing good jiu-jitsu. So from here, first thing that I'm doing is I'm taking it out here. As your defense assist, I push it down and all my weight goes onto here so I can come up.
I see what you're doing.
Uh-huh. There's a little wrist lock in here as well, yeah. So I kind of go 1, 2. So part that I'm seeing is on a shuffle, you're right there, all my weight in my motion. So I'm sitting on the back of the arm. You can't move it out. So most people kind of go, oh, shit, it's an arm, but I'll rescue. And they go, here, which gives me exactly what I want. Yeah, just for IBJF, there you go. Okay. So put all your weight. You're trying to wrist lock them. As you're wrist locking, you're doing that jump around, jump up, jump down, spin around. Okay, 1, 2, 3. Yeah. From the half guard position is, I like to work the opposite. So I like to work this collar. I don't like to work that collar. That collar gives him access to the underhook and things like that as well. Also, if I'm pushing here and I miss it, he goes underneath. Okay. So one of the things I like to do is this one here. So I'm going to kind of work the same theme. So what I'm doing is I pull my hand, I pull my elbow down. So elbow's this way. So I'm actually going the opposite direction. So I'm going to punch him in the stomach and put this here. Slide over the top, and here's my choke. So I will use this. Sorry, I'll use this from the half guard top, but I'm going to go inverted.
So you wouldn't use the...
No, see the downfall about this thing about this way is if I go here and here, if you hold this over the top, if you take your if you take your right knee in front of your left knee, take your right knee in front of your left.
Yeah, okay.
Because my only post position and my grip. So once I'm attached to you and you roll your hips, roll your knee, whether I get, I have to give you space. I different on a collar up. If I had the collar, I'll use the collar up slightly different. But for me, it was, yeah. So I get the same grip. So I pull it, and I'm putting the collar here. So I'm pushing my elbow down onto his shoulders instead. So what most people can't do is they go, there's a lot of pressure. I'll move it. As I move it, I just bring it over the top and sit down. So whether he lifts his head or not, I've got this ability to go to full control. Disengage, and here's your bow and arrow chokes and things like that as well. So the reason why I was saying is from the knee ride is, on the knee ride position, it's this. It's a really different scenario. So instead of my knee applying the pressure, my elbow applies the pressure. The thing about these, if they push the knee off, I'll lose my position. If they push my elbow off, I'm not losing my position. And this sets up, you know, all of your chokes.
You're going same side.
Yeah. Any other questions, guys? No. Yeah. Yeah. So one of mine, Esma, do I want to keep them on the back or roll them onto the side? I want to keep them onto their back. The main reason being is I get more access to their throat, and they will naturally turn to defend it and give me the arm. Where if I force them, they're going to react to what I'm doing. Where instead, if I keep them on the back, they're like, I've got to turn, they've committed to it, and I can attack their commitment. Where instead, if I force them, they're going to go, well, I know which way I'm going. I can start to make plans to counter it. So my thoughts on that one is I'll keep you onto your back. You will either get choked or you'll defend. Once you defend, I know which way you're going and I can attack your motion. Instead of kind of giving you the option like, you're going this way, okay, well, I'll start my plan. So for me, my mindset was I'll always commit 100% to keeping you onto your back and make you have to react to what I'm doing, give me what I want from there.